soccer on the moon. This has been my idea boiling in my head for years. How would you even get this done? This would be the first sport made for outer space, for zero gravity. So it wouldn't just be your regular soccer now, would it? The plan. Who's gonna fund something this insane, this expensive? Of course, it's gotta be a crazy, rich, still billionaire? Are they more than a billionaire? I don't even know at this point. I don't even know. If they get back onto focusing on SpaceX and space exploration instead of whatever they've been doing, I think that they would be the first person to ask to pay for this. Obviously, this would be pretty simple to get done on the moon right here. This is not too hard. A dome just to encase and protect us. Fake grass, some turf. We're already ready for it. Some soccer goals. But that would kind of imply that we're going to be playing on the ground with gravity like it's plain old soccer. But that's definitely not what I have in mind. I think we have a lot more fun to have than that. Because we're going to play in zero gravity. How would that even work? Zero gravity soccer. How would that even work? Well, there's a couple like fantasy stories that have given us ideas of what that would look like. Soccer in the air. This is a real picture captured by NASA. Maybe. As you see, the Quidditch goals are in the air. That's really important if we want to do zero gravity soccer, because there's no point in restricting the goals to be sitting on the ground. We might as well put them up in the air because our players could be floating around in the air, whacking the ball around trying to get it into a goal. Quidditch is kind of a good example. Quidditch is kind of lame though. I think there's a very, very, very good example that already exists. What this should be instead. That's right. Blitzball. For those who know, you know, but instead of water, we're playing in zero gravity. That's right. So we could have a team of like 5 or so players on each side. They're floating around and they don't have to just kick the ball like soccer at this point. We're floating, so we got to catch the ball, throw it to each other, whack the ball, and have some goalies. Yeah, look at them fighting each other right here. Yup. The players will be able to do amazing tricks and tackle each other mid-air and flip around and have the ball levitate mid-air. It would be very cool. The assists could be very cool. Final image. Basically what this stadium would look like. You have a goal on each side. The triangle shape is pretty purposeful. I have a lot of ideas and rule sets already in my brain. Triangle shape's important. What I think could happen with these goals that are on each side is they could float around and they could be differentiated by color. They'll float around, so you have to kind of keep track of where the goal you're aiming at went, and there's always a goalie floating around with it, protecting it. And you could score from either side of the goal. I think this is a brilliant idea. It's been cooking in my brain for a while. So we need some rich people, basically, they're already doing space vacations for the rich. Astronaut Katy Perry. So we might as well send some athletes into space and get them to do some cool physical things. Some retired athletes who know, like, yeah, they're putting their body at risk. I think this dome, this could be like a recreation dome, or just regular people who aren't astronauts to go enjoy the moon. This recreation dome could be used for concerts. Imagine a zero gravity concert. Everyone is watching as like the performer floats around and sings and puts on a laser light show. The choreography would be insane on that. Imagine synchronized swimmers, those dancers at the Olympics, but instead of in a pool, they're doing a space opera. A floating zero gravity space opera. So I think with all this money being used on other things, we could use it on a recreational zero gravity dome on the moon for people to enjoy sports, zero gravity sports, and zero gravity entertainment. This is my idea. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate all of you. I love you, Earthlings. Goodbye.